Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to our class today. And like we discussed the last time, we said we're going to talk about looping a four-sided fence. I think these are some of the challenges I just feel I'll be addressing, taking my time to address, because by the time I get 1-3 persons talking about, okay, how do you do this, and feel they've not gotten it, I just have to take my time to explain this for them to understand. I will try as much as possible to make it as simple as I can. The purpose for this class is for you to get it, to understand how you do your loop. Because I still notice some persons. But one thing I've noticed is the more you watch most of our videos, the more you begin to understand. You might not get it the first time, second time, but try and rewatch most of them. I have noticed some of you, I would not say the way you were trained, it is the way you were spoiled. So it's not the way you were trained, the way you were spoiled. So because Mr. A is doing it the wrong way, you feel if they've done it that way, somebody did it that way, and they paid him for the job, and he decided to do it that same way. No, we must do things, whatever is worth doing well. So, and that's the purpose why I'm taking my time to explain this. I still notice one of my students, even after you feel maybe this person, he has gotten it, somebody had to go visit his site to check what he has done, and we were still picking errors where he was looping, just the loop, you just begin to loop anywhere, begin to put your loop, put loop here as if you want to just make it fine, beautify everywhere with the loop. No, electric fence is not just begin to loop, because I have here, you loop here, you just begin to put it, because you know how to do curves, right? But that's not what it's really all about. So I want to take my time. Let me explain this. Maybe this will also help you. But if there are other questions, you can also ask. We're happy to respond. Let's assume it's a four-sided fence. Taking my time to do this so we don't have to say, okay, it's not clear, this is not a four-sided fence, how do I get that? But do this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, line 6. Okay. This is 6, right? We have this. Let's assume there's a gate here. I'm gonna break here. See, it's even taking me time to. Okay, let's see. 6. There's a stop here. A stop here. These are pillars. There is a pillar for the house. Okay. 1, 2. This is line 1. Okay. Let's have the other here. All right. Okay. One thing you should understand, these are the. Okay, let me do it so that you see them the way the fence should actually. Let's assume we have a bracket here, we have another bracket here. I just want you to see them as trying to make it as simple as I can. Mm. Let's have, I assume we have one here, so just practice put. Just want to make it simple. Okay, now, so you begin to see it as if it's an electric fence. Because some of you might be wondering, what are they drawing? I don't know what I'm even seeing, but I'm just trying to make it simple as possible. Though it might be taking my time, but it's worth it. Okay, now these are corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's assume these are corners. Okay, some of you might say about corners we have 2 posts. You want me to put 2 posts? Let's assume there are 2 posts still. Doesn't mean I assume 2 posts on the corner. Alright, just assume there are 2 posts. But one thing I want you to understand first, we're looping a 4-sided fence. How you loop this and connect to an energizer. Okay, by the time you stretch every of your wires from one point of the pole to the other point, one point of this pole to the other point to the extreme, through the intermediate, they will go through the intermediate poles, one to this extreme, because this one is a gate. We have a gate here. So gate, there's gate. Let's assume this thing cannot meet here. There's a gate demarcating this part. So the left side of the pillar, the right side of the pillar, that's what we have here. So they cannot meet here. It has ended there, it has ended here. It's a 4-sided anyway. So one thing we want to talk about here is the position of the energizer is totally up to you. I don't know where I'll put it. So you don't say, okay, me, I think I want to cheat you. I don't know, but I'm trying to make it as simple as I can. Let's assume we start connection from here. Do we agree? We just agree we use here. Let's all agree we're going to use here as where the position of energizer is here. And it's going to enter from here. Here only. Okay. One thing you need to do, immediately all the poles has been drawn to the end, the next thing most times we do is to begin to loop edges to edges. I know you begin to understand this. This side to this side, right? This side to this one. This line to this line here. You can use short aluminum wire strands, right? Begin to loop here to here. These are straightforward connection for this part first. Okay, you get to the extreme here again. Loop here. Loop there. Loop this to this. Just taking my time to make it simple. And you understand this, your loop must not touch your bracket, because if it does, it begins to trigger unnecessary alarm. Then this edge also. Yes. This one. This to this. And this to this. Okay, we've successfully looped every of the edges. The 4 sides, they've been looped. So it means we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all 6 lines, these are the 6 lines. Okay. The next thing you need to consider is what is the configuration symbol for your fence, which we always use. It is the live, earth, live, live, earth, live. The same thing here. Live, earth, live, live, earth, live. It's the same thing here. Live, earth, live, live, earth, live. Same thing on this side. Live, earth, live, live, earth, live. Same thing here. Live, earth, life, life, earth, and this is life. So, if you understand that as a configuration, what you'll be considering now is looping this. Looping it. I said this is where we want to bring our HT cable, high tension cable, to connect with this. All I need to do is to take my live. Let's assume these are, let's assume 4 terminals from Energizer. Is live out. This is live return. This is earth out. And this is the earth return. Okay. So we're going to take a live out. Use the HT cable link here. Let's assume we are connecting to the bottom, to the last line. So it means this cable travels, this current travels through this direction. The voltage moves like this. Okay. It gets here. Now, the next live from our configuration is live 3. 1, 2, which is now coming from 6. The closest to our 6 is 4. The first was, we started from 6, so let's go to 4. So move from here to 4. So 4 begins to move. Four gets here. Gets here. The next live after 4 is 3. So here we'll marry 3. Here it returns, going back. The next live to this 3 is what? 1. Because 2 is take this one. So this returns, going back. And this gets here, there's no other place I need to go to because I've connected with all. So the only place for it to return back to the Energizer comes all the way. Sorry. Returns to this one like this. This one returns to the Energizer. So what left here is just the earth terminal. So it's to bring your earth through that same line and connect to your earth. From your earth here, you can loop this. Now mind you, your earth can be in parallel. You can loop your earth here, loop it here, also loop it together. That's no problem. Because you are taking only one line. Only one earth, I mean. Only one earth. But you know, under the Energizer, the earth is pre-looped. Now, somebody actually just checked. This is what it's supposed to do. This is what it looks like. Somebody actually asked a question, was asking if it's just a it's just 4 lines. How do we loop a 4 line? Maybe entry first is just 4 line. Now, let me tell you this. There's something already you have at the back of your mind. I think I might need to wipe this off. Can go through it again, well, but this is just for this side. Let me wipe it off and let me come up with something for the 4 lines. He asked a question about the 4 lines. He said, if there are 4 lines, how do you loop 4 lines? Or do we just make it or is it rough? Yeah. Online, but where's our gate? We don't have a gate here. Let's create our gate. Let's assume we have our pillar here. I'm going to put my pillar at the top here. This is where the pillar is. This is where I pass out of my compound. Okay. Let's assume my pillar is here. Okay. Energizer position. If I put here, you feel maybe I'm a cheat. I just want to make it simple for me. Let's assume these are intermediate poles. These are intermediate poles, right? Intermediate poles, those ones. There are many. You have them much like that, but I just want to present with just these few numbers. Okay. Now, mind you, most times at the edges, by the time you draw your left hand side, there are always spaces between this and this. Let me say, let's assume this is the fence. If this is a fence, for example, let's assume this is one corner of one fence. You notice you have your one pole here. Let me have it this way. And you have another one here. There's always space between, because this is the one that tensions with this, and this tensions with this side. At this edge, these are the edges that I'm trying to explain. This edge is this edge. Oh, you know, that's the why I was bringing this one like this loop, right? So it's a matter of bringing this one, loop this wire to this, loop this wire to this, loop this wire to this, loop this one to this. So that's what we have at the edges. I hope that is clear. These are the loop, okay, for edges. Since they are on the same levels on the fence. All right. So this part is set. Now you tell me I don't want my Nigeria to be here because it might seem as if I'm a cheat. I'm looking for a way to make it simple for me, but I'll need to take it. I want to use my Nigeria here to make it more complicated. Let's have our energizer here. L out. That's live out, live return. Earth return. And earth out. Okay, see. You know what I want you to understand from this? I'll be using here, I'll use here. But you must take note, else you miss it, and that's it. Now you should understand, majority of our wizard or Nemtech Energizer, the earth comes pre-looped. But if I want to deal with a fence that is just four lines, you know what I'll do for this one? Because the numbers are even, right? If you see the number, by the time I bring, if I take my earth, I put earth here and bring it here, I notice most times the fence is short, but for me to make good use of this whole thing, where I make good use of this energizer, there's something I'll need to do here. This pre-loop cable be under the energizer, I'll remove this. Just watch this. What we do here. Since this place, let's assume this place is far to the gate here. It's far to this part, it's closer to this point, and this is where we want to connect. All I need to do is this. Yeah, watch this. For my live out, let's assume we're saying, okay, let's assume I'll pick this as live, I'll pick this as earth, I'll pick this as live, and I'll pick this as earth. That is the way I'll configure this. But I'll show you the trick, what I want to do here. So, live out, I come here, I will break here with a spring. You know, by the time you put a spring between a live and the bobbin and the cable, that spring will act as, should I say, an insulator, separating both this left side and the right side, the top and the, it will separate if I put a spring here. So it means if there's a spring between here and here, it means there's no more connection between these two parts. So what I need to do is to take my life out. No, this is X. I'll go to the life. This, just break these two out, break them out. The first and the last one line, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Break line 4 and line 3. I'll take my life out. Where that spring is, the other side of spring. I'll put this life out. So here, this one moves here. It gets that this is life. I need to go to the loop for the next life, which is this. And this moves all the way, all the way, all the way. Where's the next life? This is number 3. So all the way, all the way. Now it gets here. Because there's been an insulation here, the spring as an insulation here. Here it's open, so I need to take here as return to the energizer. So this circuit, this one is complete. It's left with this, the pre-loop cable. I've opened this place. I want it such that any of these lines that is cut, maybe you cut it, it raises an alarm. Maybe you try pull it down for this one coming down, when it touches this one, it trigger alarm to make the energizer effective. Then I take this one, the earth out, take it to the last line, this part, the spring is here. So this one moves out, this earth. The next earth is number 2. This one goes all the way to line 2. The earth gets here. So looking for the next earth is this. Marries this. And it gets here. It's not connected to anywhere. So the only place for it to return to the earth. So we're now having 4 cables from the energizer. So at the end of the day, like this earth, if you open the earth terminal, somebody break any of the lines here, it will trigger the alarm. The earth will also raise an alarm. Because since it's just at the bottom, I don't want to take those chances, leaving it, just taking it only in parallel. I have to make it series to make this fence more secure. So I think this will clear every of your doubts. As for many of you that are still confused, but I feel if you don't understand, you can ask questions. And let me quickly say this, please. If you're having installation and you notice you're having in just maybe a particular perimeter, you're already having more than 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5 loops on your fence. You have more than 5 loops, 6 loops, 7 loops. You're going to 7, 8, 9, 10. Just know your fence. You've done the wrong thing. It is not right. It is not correct. If you begin to see where they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, immediately it gets to 5, and you begin to count 6, 7. Forget it. You've done the wrong thing. It's wrong, because there's no way your line for 6 should be more than that. Because standard with your, let's assume we have them at edges. By the time you close the top section from the left hand side, and let's say close the other side, 2, 3, even 5 is much. The other should be going to the energizer. If it's this, apart from the earth is different. So if you add the earth to it, you're looking at, let's say 5. Let's say 5, 4, 5. Anything that goes beyond that for even the 6th line is wrong. Then for the 8 lines, it's just an additional 2. Let's say 6, 7. Anything that goes, because by the time 1, let's say 8 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Let's say live, earth, live, earth, live. Let's say this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, plus this 6, let's say at 6. For the 8 lines, we're looking at 6 anyway. Then for the 6 lines, looking at, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Live, live, live. This is 1, 2, 3, then 4. Even 4, 4, 5, 4. Sometimes there are breaks. Then let's say 4 for a straight perimeter. So by the time you start having unnecessary looping around, anywhere you see you're having, maybe you have your fence here like this. And my marker is. You're going to see all these ones. All this one. Just know you've actually done something wrong. It is not correct. Please take note of this. If you see any of all these types, it is wrong. It is wrong. There's no explanation to it. Because if you can truly explain this, please, the comment section is open. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. And if you're able to prove it, I think I'll come back here to make that claim still. But we will meet again in our next class. Thank you so much for your support. I hope to see you in our next class. Bye for now.
No place for the unknown. Defotech, the shield I need. From hackers to intruders, plating the scene. Defend the tech, keep my home secure. Defotech on the case.